For lesson 10, we are going to take the HTML and CSS that we are already familiar with, and we are going to create menus. So we're going to be applying the CSS in a little different manner to create the menus. So there is nothing from the book for you to read. All of the information that you need is in the lecture demo. And a lot of menus start out as an unordered list. And it's through CSS that you convert that unordered list into a menu. And you can create vertical or horizontal menus. And so we cover how to do both of those. We also cover how to create drop downs in a menu. And for the CSS styling, if you're doing menus with submenus, it gets a little bit deep in the CSS. And what I mean by deep in the CSS is you get something like this: nav, ul, li. That for some people is confusing. So you can also set up a menu using IDs. So I show you how to do both ways. How to do with, the nesting of your CSS, or how to set it up with IDs. And you'll notice as we go through here, we get into horizontals, and we will get into some drop downs as well. And then we get into icon bars, how to add icons to your menus. And we take a look at Font Awesome, and I believe Font Awesome now is got a version 6 that just came out. We are going to try to use version 4 because you don't need an account to use version 4. If you want to use version 5, version 6, you have to have an account at their website. But this is what they look like if they are in your page. Here's the code that I used. We talk about creating an icon bar, how to do that. And this is what a vertical one would look like. And this is a horizontal icon bar. And not only can you use Font Awesome icons, but you can also use HTML entities. And so there are codes, HTML codes, that will create different symbols. And so I've got some of them here. And I used the HTML entities for this particular bar. The nice thing about the HTML entities is they don't change, whereas Font Awesome can change. And you don't need any kind of an account to use the HTML entities. And then finally, we get into how do you create a little animated menu and something like this. And it is through the magic of CSS that we can do that. Your assignment, your textbook assignment, is going to be creating the different types of menus. So to make your life a little bit easier, I'm not requiring that you create all of these pages. I actually did that for you. This entire structure is in this zipped folder. The video shows you how to download, how to decompress, and what you need to change. But basically, you only have to change your CSS file. So this is highlighting what it is that you need to change in that file to create the menu. And then you are going to basically do the same thing using IDs instead of all the nested HTML. So how do you do it with IDs? And then I've got a different folder for you to download to create a horizontal menu. And you'll notice it's kind of the same structure as before. And then I do have a PDF showing you all the CSS you need to add. And I've got it listed out here in all of these different steps. And then here is an existing page with a drop down, a couple different drop downs, and you're going to be adding an icon bar to the bottom. So this tells you how to add that icon bar. And then that last example that you saw with the animated menu where the tabs slide out, you're going to be doing something similar here. And I kind of give you a starter page with some kind of fun animation at the bottom. So this is all through CSS3 animation. I mean, if you take a look, you can kind of see what it's doing here. Okay, and those keyframes are what is animating those quarter circles. Okay, and then at the bottom is the summary of what you need to turn in. For the lab assignment, what you're going to do is convert your assignment page into menus. And you'll end up with two menus. The textbook assignment section will be one menu and the lab assignment will be another menu. And you want to be able to point at the different lessons and have the drop-down display with your different exercises that we can select from the menu. Okay, and so the video here kind of walks you through what you need to do. And there are directions on how you go about converting what you have into that menu. And then you are going to add an icon bar to the bottom. And this is very similar to what we did in the profitable business page. In fact, you could probably copy some of that code into here to save you some time. Now, I do not want links to my social media. So when you guys do the icon bar, make sure it is to your own, either your own social media or just do a generic one to LinkedIn and YouTube and Instagram. Don't link to a specific person if you don't have an account. But that's kind of what the icon bar looks like. And then you're going to add the links into the assignment. If you run into problems or if you have questions, please ask. The assignment is due right before spring break. And I do have my live stream office hours that Sunday night because we're not on spring break yet. So I will be in live stream from 7 to 10. Happy to help you if you stop by. Let me know if you have questions. Have an awesome week and have a great spring break.